What's going on, everybody? King Legend here, bringing you another Xenoverse 2, blah blah blah, you know the rest. Now, today I have something I am extremely excited to bring you guys. In special celebration of getting 450 subscribers, I am giving you guys a brand new Xenoverse 2 build. It's something I like to call the Balanced Ki Blaster build. And if you want to increase your winning percentage rate, if you want to win more online battles, and if you want the perfect build to fight any opponent, you'll definitely want to see this. So, let's get right into it. So, the first thing you'll want is, wow, my character's already level 90. I think I just got to level 90 yesterday, although you don't need to be that level to do it. So, the first thing you'll want is the Super Soul. Now it's my turn. You'll also want either Beerus's clothes or... hang on, this is the wrong one. Sorry about that. This right here is the build that I'm talking about. You can see here for the QQ Bang, it's the same thing as Beerus's clothes, just combine two of his shirts and you can make that QQ Bang. Or you can just wear Beerus's clothes. As long as your clothing gives you plus 20 in stamina and plus 20 in ki, you know, for the top, bottom, boots, and gloves, then you'll be good on that. You don't really need health. What you do need, though, is 125 Ki Blast. This is the only important attribute area that you'll want, is extremely high Ki Blast supers. Basic attack helps, but it's not necessary with this build. And you don't want to have too much stamina, because if you do have too much, any more than what I have here, like this gives me, I think, 7 or 8 bars of stamina, which is actually quite a bit. If I get any more than that, then typically opponents will just kill you if they ever manage to break your stamina. So all you really need is high Ki Blast and a little bit of stamina. You can see here I've only got 19 in stamina, and that's more than enough for me because I got Beerus's clothing, or rather the Beerus QQ thing. So that's all that you need to know for attributes. Now, for skills. Now, this is the important part. You can take a good look here at these skills. Keep in mind that if you don't know how to get these skills, I will leave links in the description below of the attacks that I have gotten. Like reverse makasenku, I think you can buy that at the skill shop. And some of these other ones, I'll leave a link in the description below telling you just how you get these. So, let's get right into it. Now, the first attack I would like to talk about is the attack known as Dust Attack. Pretty straightforward. It's a skill just like Solar Flare, but this one only uses 1 bar of stamina. You can see up on the top left, and if you use it a second time, it puts a distance between you and your opponent. Just like that. So, it's a great skill to have whether you're ki-based or strike-based. Dust Attack works extremely well if you want to reduce opponent's stamina and get opponent in combos and get opponent to lower their guard. So 3 great things about the skill, and it only uses 1 bar of ki. I did a couple online battles to show you just how effective these skills are. Now if you ever find yourself in this situation, you can use the attack and it pretty much forces the opponent to use up their stamina. If you want your opponent to use up his stamina fast, this is a great skill for you. You see here, I just made him use Hyper Movement, another 3 bars of stamina. It's also good in situations like this guy right here. He's always blocking me. He's always trying to block my attacks and then grab me. I would just use this attack. He completely opens up his guard, and you can immediately attack. That's another great thing about it, is you can attack right after you use the attack. Especially when your opponent's moving around all over the place. Whoa! Easy there, Barda. Man, you almost broke my stamina. Get over here. Stop attacking. Opponents like this who are just sitting and waiting for that perfect block, you just throw dirt right in their face and start attacking them. Give them what they want. Now, the next skill that I'm going to be talking about is the skill Arm Crash. That is an important skill in this build, but it'll probably be your least used one. It's great for starting out a combo for opponents that like to rush you a lot, because I know a lot of comms do that. Like, watch Goku. Let's see if he does it. Just like that. Whenever Goku rushes you, or a comm rushes you, or another player rushes you, you can use Arm Crash to start out a combo. And if you ever find yourself in the clash, you can immediately start it right afterwards. So it's great for starting out combos, and it's great for breaking people's stamina when they transform or use ultimates. So I'm going to start out by showing you how it can help you get opponents in a combo. Just like that. See, used up his stamina. So this is another great skill for reducing stamina. See, Bardock here was running all over the place, and I got him in the combo. I think he's... Yep, see? Victory. Opponents that rush you, use the attack, and get them in the combo. Although, you will be wide open if this misses. I should point that out. Oh, too late. If I would have used that right when you transformed, I would have broke his stamina. Typically, I only use Arm Crash maybe once in every 10 matches, but believe me, it'll definitely be worth it in the end. The next skill I'm going to be talking about is Godbreaker, and this is a really great skill for covering your blind spots, as well as giving you a second chance in dangerous situations of low stamina. Like when your stamina gets broken. So you can see here, my stamina is broken. I think this was actually the battle of counters here. This guy keeps trying to counter my counters. As you can see here, I have no stamina left, but I do have Godbreaker to just push the opponent away. And for stupid opponents like this, who decide to use the same attack twice from a mile away, they deserve to get broken. You can see here, I was completely open to Gogeta's combos. Same here, I don't have any stamina left. If he would have back hit me just now, I would have probably been killed by his combo. Same here with this King Ruben. Opponents that are very agile, that move all over the place and always get you in combos. This is a great skill for avoiding that. The other thing it's good for is your blind spots. You can see here, right there, I was completely open to attack, and I had Godbreaker there to save me. I'll show you one more time. Completely open, and I use Godbreaker to protect myself. So Goku Black here does not have Godbreaker. I'll show you the Saiyan opening point right here. Saiyans are open to any attack. They all do that sledgehammer thing, and they're always open to attack after using that. So I can get him in the combo, and if he tries to get me in my blind spot, it doesn't work because I got Godbreaker. Say what you will, but it beats the alternative. Here's my opening spot, and you see he went for it. I did not use Godbreaker purposely for this fight, just to show you what opponents will do to you if you don't find a way out of that quick. You can see here I'm almost dead, and I'm dead. So that's the alternative to not using Godbreaker. You'll be completely open to any attack. So the next skill I'm going to be talking about is one of my favorite, Frieza Race's own Death Slicer. Now, this is a perfect skill for fighting opponents who are on guard, opponents who are moving all around you, and opponents with only a little bit health left. If you want to do a little bit of extra damage, Death Slicer is a really great skill. And just for a reference, I'm going to show you just how much damage it does. This is perfect shot here. It's probably one of the most powerful basic Ki Blast skills in the game. So it does 5,800, and wow, these two skills used to do the same amount of damage, believe it or not. So it does about as much damage as a perfect shot if both slices hit. Now typically most opponents are able to dodge this first throw, but what always gets the opponent is the second one that comes back. That is where it always hits the opponent. It is great for kind of stunning the opponent and getting them into a combo. Even the AIs fall for the same tricks. They always dodge the first Death Slicer and then get hit by the second one, leaving them completely open for any combo that I wish. Now, if you manage to hit them with the first Death Slicer, the second one won't really stun them, but it'll still do a lot of damage. So, let's see the skill in action. You can see here how much health this guy has left. That's what Death Slicer is really good for, is getting rid of that last bit of health on your stubborn opponents. If you don't have enough ki to use an ultimate, you can use Death Slicer at the ends of your combos. Every little bit of damage helps in the end. You can see here this guy blocking right here, but he was not ready for Death Slicer, because Death Slicer goes right through your guard. It doesn't matter if you perfect block it, try to regular block it, you cannot block Death Slicer. You can only try to avoid it and run away. If you use the skill at the ends of your combos, the blades will move faster. You can see here, it just went right through the floor. You see how much faster the blades are now that I'm using them at the ends of my combos? Believe it or not, that just hit him twice. And this is a special thing that I came up with, the Death Slicer Infinite Combo. You can see here I didn't have enough ki left, so I had to just roll with the punches and use, or rather roll with the slicers and just kill Gogeta that way. Bye-bye. So, Death Slicer is a really great skill. You can get it from having Frieza as your master. Now, the next thing I would like to talk about is my evasive skill, Dragon Burn. Now, this is a totally unnecessary evasive skill for this build. I just like using Dragon Burn because it has that long delay, and if an opponent tries to finish you with an ultimate attack and you're in serious danger, all you gotta do is press Dragon Burn one time, and the build will pretty much save you by itself, because it's got this long delay. You can also use Vanishing Guard. I've just never mastered the timing for that. Much like this lady has never mastered the timing for Saiyan Spirit. I just survived an entire ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, so it's a great skill to have. And speaking of unnecessary skills, the skill Reverse Makasenku is another useless skill that I use to fill in the empty slot. It's not part of this build, but it's always good to have an ultimate ready to cover your rear, because enemies will attack you from the back. That's just common Xenoverse 2 knowledge, and I also figured people were tired of me using Mystic Flash. Typically, I use Mystic Flash. That's one of my favorite ultimates in the game, but I figured people got tired of me using it, so I just started using this skill because if your opponent's as good as dead, just use that skill and finish him off. Mystic Flash works just as well, if not better. Now, the next attack I would like to talk about is a completely necessary skill, Sirius Bomb. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking already. It's a skill that doesn't work, it always misses, but since the last update, they fixed it. They finally fixed Sirius Bomb. I wonder when they're gonna fix that Z-Soul that's supposed to heal you whenever you beat an opponent, but that's for a later story. Sirius Bomb does some incredibly insane damage. I think it even does more damage than Supernova. It's up there with the top 3. I don't know where it is for sure, but I know Turles' comes first, and then it's either Supernova or Sirius Bomb. As far as Ki Blasted ultimates go, anyway. So, the reason why you want to have this skill is because you want to have something ready for finishing an opponent off. So if you manage to break an opponent's stamina, you can finish them off just instantly. And what I really like about this one is you can hit an opponent even whenever their stamina is not broken. You can see Goku here. I never broke his stamina, and I can still hit him with this attack. So that's one thing I really appreciate about Sirius Bomb. It's kind of like Black Kamehameha, but you can't just jump right out of it. You need to use your evasive to get out. This is a really good ultimate for just finishing your opponent off, or if you manage to break your opponent's stamina, you can just use Sirius Bomb to finish them off. It's always good to do about 4 or 5 basic attacks before you throw the Sirius Bomb. Trust me, it works out better that way, and it'll just make it easier for you. See right there, well, it says I did 7 hits. So, it's a good way to just end the match. We had a couple good battles with Ruben here. We kept going back and forth on our wins. It's also good to do a few infinite combos before you use the ultimate. Well, once you practice this build, get the timing of Sirius Bomb right, and you'll know exactly how long it takes before you throw the Sirius Bomb. Now, one last thing I would like to talk about is a glitch that I found in the system regarding Sirius Bomb and AIs. The AIs, like Goku here, he will not use any stamina to avoid the attack after I uppercut him. So you'll see here what I'm talking about. I'm going to put him on super strong, and you know when they're on super strong, they evade everything. As long as I get the land the uppercut, see Goku here, there's nothing he can do. He will not use any stamina to evade this. He receives full damage. Here, just in case you don't believe me, I'll try it a couple more times on Goku, just because I want to kick Goku's ass. For personal reasons. See here, he has all of his stamina. And yet he refuses to use his evasive skill to escape. Oh, want to come back again? There you go again. See, I'm literally just air dribbling Goku right now. So the only people you really have to worry about is other online players with actual brains that can avoid your attacks with their evasive skills. So one last thing I would like to point out is that you don't need a Frieza race for this build to work, but if you do have a Frieza race, Ki Blaster, you have 2 more advantages that no one else does. The first is Golden Form. It gives you a bigger boost to Ki Blast than any other transformation in the game. The other reason is because you already have Death Slicer for short-range offense. You will also have Death Beams for long-range offense. You will have Godbreaker for your defense. Dust Attack to start your offense. So all of these skills rounded together make for like the perfect fighter to deal with any opponent. It doesn't matter if it's a speedster, a perfect blocker, a long distance fighter, short distance fighter. It doesn't matter. Originally, I was going to call this the perfect assassination build, but I don't know if enough people would understand it. It's just a well-rounded build to deal with any kind of opponent. You never know who your opponent is going to be, so you have to be prepared, and that's exactly what this is. So if you ever master this build, I guarantee your winning rate will go way, way up. For any questions, please leave it in the comments section below. I'll answer back as soon as possible. Peace.